I'm Sam Burns from Clear Strategy, and today I'm going to be taking you through a demo of Kerbi. Kerbi is a native app that is available on the Snowflake marketplace, and during this demo I am going to take you through how to create a Kerbi enabled database, how to load data into your acquisition tables, your transformation views and your target tables, and also simulate how Kerbi handles changes in your database. So once downloaded from the Snowflake marketplace, this is what you will see when you access Kerbi. So to get started, we will navigate to the Documents tab, and we will go to Getting Started, and in here will be all the logic that is needed to create our Kerbi enabled database, to load data into our acquisition tables and target tables, and then we will simulate how to handle changes in Kerbi. So all you have to do is copy this code and open it in your editor. And here I have the code in my editor. So before we get started, we will create a new role called Kerbi ELT. We will grant my account to the new role. We will grant the new role to account admin, and we will also grant the new role access to the Kerbi warehouse. So now we can get started creating our Kerbi enabled database. This will be done using our config.getInit database procedure in Kerbi. So I will run this. This is now creating our Kerbi enabled database, and involved in this is creating the schemas that are needed to run Kerbi, installing the stored procedures in Kerbi. So these are the brains of Kerbi effectively. This is also creating metadata tables needed to configure Kerbi, and also creating logging tables that will be used to monitor loads. So it should be creating our Kerbi enabled database any second now. So we have created the database sbdev. Let's refresh our database list, and here it is. So here is all the schemas. Let's go to Kerbi, and you can see all the procedures here. They're all the procedures, the inbuilt procedures in Kerbi. So now we can move on and start to load our acquisition tables. We will run this piece of code, and this will load data into our ACQ-DIM customer table from our previously staged file samplecustomers.csv. This will create our ACQ tables and load data into them from our ACQ load stage files procedure. Now that we have data loaded into our ACQ tables, our acquisition tables, let's select star from them and see the table. You can see here there are 3 records. There are 2 Bobs and 1 Anna. And now we can start to move on to loading our target tables. So this is done in a similar way with the target template procedure and our target load target procedure. So this will start to create our target tables and load the data from our acquisition tables into them. This will just take a few seconds, and once done we can inspect the target table, and you will notice that there are only 2 rows as opposed to the 3 in our acquisition table. This is because Kerbi has identified Bob as a duplicate because it had the same ID number, and Kerbi will not take over duplicates. It will only take over the one important row. Now that we have loaded data through our acquisition tables into our target tables, we can now inspect the whole pipeline. So we've seen this acquisition table. It contains 3 rows, and then this is our transformation view into our intermediate table, and finally our end result, our target table. Now we can simulate changes in the database and show how Kerbi handles it. So for this change, we will update the second row, Bob. This will simulate a customer changing their subscription status either from, let's say, a silver subscription to a gold subscription. So to simulate this change, we will update the transformation view. And to do this, we'll run this code. and we will also grant the transformation view access to the Kerbi application. This transformation view has been recreated, and now we just have to reload the target table using our target load target procedure. And once this is reloaded, we can inspect the target table and we will see how the change has taken effect. So now we can see there are 3 rows. There are 2 Bobs. There is Bob and Bob updated. However, the original Bob has a deletion indicator and also an end date. So this is the current row for Bob. That takes us to the end of our demo for Kerbi. We saw how to create a Kerbi enabled database, how to load data through our acquisition tables all the way to our target tables, and how Kerbi handles changes in the database. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye.